Create your content through the question of what's in it for my audience, and give your content marketing the perfect flavor. We're only trying to aim for, let's just make some amazing fans that really resonate with the content we create. So we want to understand who we're creating our content for.
Hey y'all. Welcome to Business Fundamentals. I'm your host, the Business Cowgirl.
In the ever-evolving world of business, innovation is not just a choice, it's a necessity. The power of AI can streamline operations, analyze data like never before, and supercharge your business's growth. And let's not forget the magic of storytelling, because in a world of noise, only your story can set you apart. So whether we're optimizing workflows, leveraging data analytics, or creating content that totally turns heads, you can count on me as your partner in this digital rodeo. And I'm not just here to talk the talk. I'm right here with you on the exact same trail. So saddle up, because we're headed for success. All right, in our last episode, we dove deep into how content marketing is going to help us all achieve our business goals. If you haven't seen that one, link up here. So this week we're gonna add in another layer to that, because if we don't truly understand our target audience and our target market, then our content is going to fall flat and ultimately not help us get us to where we're trying to go.
Don't you ever forget it.
So we wanna understand who we're creating our content for. So there are already a million videos about how to niche down, so I'm not interested in rehashing what's already been around the internet 100 times. So instead, we're gonna talk about how to use your target audience's deepest desires to create your content and give your content marketing the perfect flavor. So guys, let's create some raving and loyal fans that, if done correctly, will support your business. And the market kings know how to take people's identity and have their brand associate directly to their target market's identity.
Hey, I am who I am, this is what I do.
Which establishes such a deeper connection, guys. So content marketing can be this giant transformative experience. We're only trying to aim for, let's just make some amazing fans that really resonate with the content we create. Let me let you in on a really big secret, guys. All right, come in closer, closer. Okay, that's too close. All right, ready for the secret? If you don't create your content with your intended viewer in mind, then it won't resonate. Mic drop moment. We can all go home now. Seriously though, this may seem so simple, but it's amazing how many businesses still miss on this. And for funsies, let's look at a recent example of this that, of course, got tons of coverage, because they are a shining example of what can happen when your marketing department forgets who your intended audience is and what brand values you've already established and what they see as part of their own identity. PSA, this channel is not political. That's not why I'm bringing this up. This example is purely to depict what happens when your marketing content does not align with your brand values and what you've already established as what your brand stands for. Those raving and loyal fans can turn into piranhas real fast. I would be remiss if I did not bring up Bud Light as our shining example of what not to do. So their spectacular marketing fail was a mismatch on the content with the intended audience. The actual mismatch at the end of the day really doesn't help us with our purposes. What we're trying to do is look at Bud Light as a case study of what happens when your content marketing misaligns with your brand values and your intended audience's values. I would also like to put a caveat that brands can grow and evolve over time. They really can. Their values can evolve, their mission can evolve. However, we're talking about somebody going from vegan to an omnivore. Like, we're talking about drastic change where the people who had been watching that brand went, wait, what's this brand now? We don't even know, we don't even recognize it anymore. I feel like this situation will also be studied by marketers from years to come. It is a shining example of brand loyalty, because if you rewind the clock to right before the mismatch happened, they had a stellar army of raving loyal fans, because ultimately, if they're passionate enough to make mock ads after they were ultimately let down by their brand, then they also would have been inspired to create promotional ads for the brand that they know, like, and trust. How can this help us? So what we need to do is we need to outline our target audience and market's identity and values, and what our brand and business's identity and values are, and see where those things overlap. Like I said, these are subject to grow and change over time, but again, as a cautionary tale, that's not what Bud Light did. They gave their audience whiplash, and they responded in kind. So when it comes to target audiences and markets, people always go off numbers. Now, I'm 100% in support of data-driven decisions. Don't get me wrong on that. I was a CRM architect. Reports and metrics are my thing. However, people don't buy because of metrics. So businesses tend to forget that those little numbers they're looking at is really a real-life human being with emotions and problems and really opportunities for you to influence their life. In fact, according to Harvard Business School professor, I'm going to get his name wrong, Gerald Zaltman, but in his book, How Customers Think, Essential Insights into the Minds of Markets, 95% of someone's purchasing decisions take place in the subconscious mind.
I know you know this on a deep subconscious level.
So what does that mean for a business's sales process? It means that the subconscious mind is urged by emotion. So emotion is what really drives purchasing decisions and behaviors. We're driven by feelings, guys.
Ron, where are you?
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
Meaning your target market is not a collection of keywords. They're not an average home income, a gender, or even an industry. Your target audience is a collection of unfulfilled dreams and desires, untapped potential and motivation, and a healthy dose of unrecognized fear and avoidance. So, how do we use our target audience's dreams and desires, subconscious fears, to build a long-lasting connection with them? Because I'm not encouraging you to scare your audience, not to be mistaken.
I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot today.
So, there's also a complimentary worksheet to this video. I don't even want your email for it. It's linked below, so go ahead and grab it, and let's get into these 3 secrets. So these 3 secrets are going to be how you use your target audience's subconscious emotions to actually drive the purchasing decision. So the first secret is to speak through the voice of your target audience member and not through your own voice, or not the voice of your brand. We've all heard those commercials where it's like, here at Company X, we value blah, 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 blah. Sorry, Company X, but quick question. How does that apply to me in any way? This approach to marketing would require your audience member to, 1, set aside everything that they're worried about for themselves just to listen to you and what you care about. And I'm sorry, but a human's first thought is what's in it for me. Since Company X made it all about them, the initial thought someone's gonna have is, there's nothing in it for me. So let's say you found a good Samaritan and they give you a good old courtesy lesson. So let's say they bypass the fact that in your first opening line, there's nothing in it for them. But then they listen and it says, at Company X, we value blah, blah, blah. And strike 2. The content is not about the viewer, it's about the brand. So let's say Company X sells wine. I know I've seen this commercial somewhere where it opens with like all these workers in the vineyard and it's like, at Company X, we value our vines above all else and make sure each grape is picked to perfection. And so each bottle is made with love. Some of you may be thinking, yeah, I value my grapes picked to perfection. I like my bottles made with love. But what if instead their content was like this? At the end of a long, hard day, there is nothing like snuggling into your couch and settling in with your favorite glass of wine. Life can be stressful, so let Vineyard X worry about getting your wine perfect. So all you have to do is sit down, relax, and enjoy. All right, guys, so I would love a poll in the comments. Which one do you want to buy? Not all of you are wine drinkers. I'm a beer drinker, but that's not the point. Regardless of whether or not you drink wine or not, which one connected with you more? Which one spoke to the person that would be buying the wine and not the person making the wine? So when creating content, always be speaking to the person who is ultimately going to be buying the product, i.e. your target audience members. Create your content through the question of what's in it for my audience? What will they get by paying attention to my content? Like this video, I am hoping I am making everybody have brain orgasms with all their ideas for what type of content they're going to create for their businesses to connect with their audience. But more importantly, how you're going to connect with that person on the other end that is listening to your content. It's about what's in it for them. So that's the first secret, is you've got to be speaking to the person the content is created for. You're posting cat videos, who cares? But you're in business, you have a brand, you want your brand to speak to your target audience and everything that they feel. Which brings us to secret number 2 of your target audience, and that is clearly identifying the transformation your business provides and clearly understanding the milestones in which it takes to get there. So let's say that you own a weight loss business. So you could help women, men, who cares? Everybody eventually needs to lose weight. I'm assuming it's kind of a part of life. There's phases, ebbs and flows, you know. But if you have a business where you're all about helping people lose weight, it starts with somebody thinking, I need to lose weight, right? And then there's an entire process before they invest in some sort of workout program, some sort of diet, like food program, like however you facilitate the losing weight. You know, gurus on this, they're all gonna tell you they know exactly what's best. So when the person ultimately makes that purchasing decision, it's gonna be which brand resonates with them the most, which brand values they can see as being their own. So that'll be the strategy in which they use to lose the weight. But signing up is just the first thing. Anybody can sign up for anything and not do anything with it. So the next piece is, okay, the first milestone is losing 5 pounds. Because in terms of losing weight, once somebody sees some success with it, that's what's gonna motivate them to keep going. And so for like me, I'm helping people streamline their content creation process. If I can give them one AI tool that makes one of their tasks exceptionally easy, i.e. get the newsletter, because the first email newsletter is gonna blow your mind, then if I can make your content creation exceptionally easy, then you're gonna come back because you're gonna go, wow, that was really helpful. Like this is a source of information that's going to continue to help me make my content creation process that much easier. So what's the first milestone? If I can make one task easy, if I can get them to lose 5 pounds, if I can get them to just agree to seeing an open house for a realtor, if I can just get them to try a recipe on my YouTube channel, like whatever you do, if you can just get them to take the first step, that's the first step between point A, where they are, and point B, meaning getting to their goal weight. Or maybe it's not even about weight. Maybe it's just about feeling healthier, like able to walk up the stairs without hyperventilating. I have a video of how I exercise.
Give it to me, I'm worth it.
So by thinking through your customer's actual journey, you're going to be able to not only define where they are and where they want to get to, but all the little milestones in between. And so if your content is curated around those little pieces, those little tiny steps they need to take to get to, the grass is greener on the other side, your world is totally different after this happens, kind of a transformation, regardless of what you sell or how you sell it, then if all of your content is curated around that, then the conversation becomes easier because they've already been ingesting all the information they need to know that you're the one that's going to be able to get them that transformation. What have we learned? That your content creation should be inspired by the customer journey that your client's going to ultimately take. People spend money to improve their lives in some way, shape, or form. By subscribing to your organic meal kit, what is somebody's life gonna look like after they sign up with you? If they take your your pro gardening course, how are they going to feel when they're sitting in their garden next summer looking at all their healthy plants? If they say, help people with content marketing and you want people to sign up for your newsletter, and then they sign up and their minds are blown because just simply through one email they were able to save hours out of their work week. Like, what would that feel like?
I have no shame.
I don't know, guys, you tell me. So now that we know what voice we're speaking to our target audience members with, and we know that our content is centered around either what they're currently struggling with, one of the steps to their transformation, or their, holy grail transformation moment, right? The last secret to creating content that's for your target audience, that's going to resonate and connect with them, is through storytelling. I know, but stick with me because I have some insights on this too. At its core, marketing is storytelling. Marketing is the emotional journey somebody goes on between having a problem or a struggle and finding that solution. And then once they find it, they will invest with your business. If they believe you can solve their problem, they will invest with you. If you run a nonprofit, the money they donate is directly correlated to the emotions they get to feel when they help people in need. If you sell eyeglasses, then it's from the story from not being able to see and struggling with maybe headaches from using your eyes so hard, to the world just being crystal clear in a seamless, stressless way. And being able to see the beautiful intricacies of the world. If you're a business consultant, how a third party is going to be able to give helpful insights that somebody who's too close to the picture just isn't able to see, and helps them be more efficient in their operations. I wonder if I know a newsletter that can help with that. I'm sorry, I'll stop all the shameless plugging. So each business and brand is surrounded by infinite stories. So within the business and brand itself, there's some story as to how you came across the answer that you now provide to your customer. There's some experience or journey you went on from the moment of struggle through to the moment of clarity. And those are a great set of stories to use as a foundation. But as soon as you also get customers and clients and testimonials about their stories, then you also have an exponentially bigger pool of stories to feed off of, because not only did you have that emotional transformation, but you have more people having their own emotional transformations, which could ultimately be a little different than yours. So it's going to connect with more people. Business is service. It's the exchange of money for a transformation in somebody's life. If you sell wheelchairs, it's the chance to be mobile. If you sell eyeglasses, the chance to see. If you sell weight loss, it's the chance to take on an entire new identity. If you sell skincare products, it's the chance to transform somebody's face. And a lot of those were physical products, but regardless of what you sell, going back and remembering all those emotions that you felt while you were experiencing your own story is really going to resonate with the people who are currently feeling that exact same emotion. If you create your content with that as the laying foundation of everything you do, you're going to be off to a much better start than anybody that's in business just for themselves. And that's why I created this series, because I wanted to help business owners and entrepreneurs create content that helps them connect with their audience, and then by extension use AI to make that process so much easier. Because if I was trying to get you guys to create content without an easier way to mass produce it and distribute it, ultimately that would be horrible. The only way this works is if not only I convince you to create content, but then I help you make it a less painful process, because content creation without AI is painful.
It's just very frustrating.
So the good news though is there's a newsletter called the AI Playbook that helps you use AI to make your content creation more seamless. Have you heard of it? So in the next episode, we are going to talk about what I call the marketing scale of belief, which is going to help you create content that gets somebody from where they're at, meaning like cold, like they don't know who you are, they don't know what you do, and they don't know how you do it, to warm, where it's like, hey, I know this brand does something in the area that is relevant to me, versus hot, where it's like, hey, I have this problem, I know this brand, and I think they can solve my problem, through to selling. But that's an entire scale, the scale of belief. So in the next episode, not only are you going to learn what the scale of belief is, but you're going to learn how to build one for yourself so that you're creating content very conscious of where someone is on that scale. So that by the time that you say, hey, I have something that's going to help you, they're already gonna know that you can solve their problem because you have been reaffirming and reestablishing through your content marketing that you know exactly who they are, exactly what they need, and exactly how to help them.
Oh my God, what a brilliant idea!
So in this video, we focused on how identifying and understanding your target audience's deepest desires, dreams, potential motivation, and, frankly, their avoidances and fears. But how using those emotions and through those emotion-based places, you're gonna create content marketing that really resonates and sticks with your target audience. We went in depth of Bud Light's spectacular marketing fail. If you don't know what I'm talking about, what rock have you been living under, and is there more room for me? Because frankly, I was kind of sick of hearing about it. So point being though, that what can Bud Light teach us about marketing? One, it's an amazing tool. If done correctly, you can create raving loyal fans. And once it's done incorrectly, you can create an army of chaos that is constantly banging down your door, like bothering you because they feel betrayed by the brand that you spent so much time establishing and connecting with them on. Which brings us to those 3 secrets so that you connect with your audience and stay connected to your audience. Meaning that 1, you're speaking in the voice of your target audience. You're speaking about what they want to hear, not about what you want to say. And the second one is every piece of content you're creating is about all those milestones of transformation that occur when somebody invests with your business. And lastly, what stories we need to tell to evoke those emotions in your content marketing. There is the AI newsletter, or the AI playbook newsletter, where you're not gonna wanna miss the tips and tricks of the different AI softwares that I've used to create my one-woman show over here that is actually a seamless content creation machine. Thanks to AI. You're ready to learn more about content marketing strategies and how to make mass content creation so much easier using AI, you may want to consider signing up for our weekly newsletter, the AI Playbook. So the link's in the description below, where in this newsletter, we always talk about technology-supported shortcuts to not only streamline, but optimize your content creation strategy. Fact of the matter is, content marketing is like the endless, bottomless breadstick basket at one of those cheesy restaurants. It's the gift that keeps on giving while you build your business. So sign up for our must-see weekly newsletter, the AI Playbook. It's in the link below. It's there. It's down there. It's in the link below. And while you're at it, say a howdy to that like button and subscribe if you want to see more stuff just like this. Until next time.